This is Quentin Frazier from Kotzebue, Alaska, aka Triple Q. You're watching GoTarryn TV.
Alright folks, so we're back. Welcome to GoTarryn TV. Of course, you know that I'm Taryn the Traveling Trainer, and side by side right there next to me is Quentin Frazier. And Quentin, hello, thank you so much for coming in on today's GoTarryn TV show.
Hey T-Dog, how you doing?
Very good, Triple Q. That's right, he is here, and I'll tell you what folks, this is the man. And I'm so excited. I've done these Skype video blogs every Thursday, and here we are today, Thursday, what is it, Thursday, April the 9th today, and we've brought Quentin Frazier on today's Skype video blog, and I gotta say, I have loved every single guest that we've had here. I was so excited today because for those of you folks who don't know Quentin is my best friend, going back some 20 years ago from Seoul American High School. Not only that, but he was my best man at my wedding last year. And this guy, if you were to ask me right on the spot, anybody in the world who is like a brother to me, this is the man. This is Quentin Frazier, aka Triple Q. That's his nickname. That's what I call him. And again, so I want you folks to welcome him. We're going to talk about some topics here, about some of the things going on. Again, he's kept up with me, and we've watched each other's lives grow together. And, I'm going to start this interview off by telling everybody watching, this is going to be very authentic because this isn't one of those deals where I called up Quentin and we talked for 10, 20 minutes to say, hey, let's talk about this and that. It's not like that at all. I've just called him right now. This is the very first time he and I are Skyping. And again, I'm new to video Skype. And in fact, Quentin had just recently moved. We're going to get into that and talk about everything. But Quentin, let's start from the very beginning. Let's take these folks back about, I think, 19 or 20 years ago, sometime in the late 90s, 96, 97. And we were at Seoul American High School. Can you please tell everybody, how did you end up in Seoul, Korea of all places? What the hell were you doing there, Quentin?
Well, my dad, aka the captain, it was either a choice between Alaska or Korea, and he chose Korea because they working for the Department of Defense. So he could have either gone to Anchorage or went to South Korea. So lucky me, we went to South Korea. It changed my life forever.
Very interesting. Now I remember meeting you, and again, Quentin, from what memory serves me right, I think I might have been a year ahead. I believe I was 97 graduate, so you must have been 98 graduate. Do I have that right?
Yep, I was 98.
Okay, that's what I thought. And Quentin was on the football team. I was on the wrestling team. Tell the folks out there your experience, please, about playing football in Seoul, Korea at Seoul American High School.
Oh, it was different. I played football in Alabama, and we had 11-man football. Then you go over to Korea, it's small. It's smaller. We played 9-man football. So,
oh, wow. Oh.
So it was just two-player different, but it was still fun. A lot of camaraderie, and team leadership. Everything was pretty much the same as it was in the States.
Okay,
great. I think everybody worked. I think we're actually closer than. I think we actually were closer in South Korea because we all had to watch each other's back.
Exactly, and the thing is, folks, it's very interesting. In Alabama, I believe it was Huntsville, wasn't it, Quentin?
Yep, Huntsville, Harvest, Alabama area.
I know exactly where Harvest is at. That's just north of where my parents, they live in Madison, Alabama, and then my sister's family is in Madison, closer to that Harvest area. And so it's ironic how things happen and things unfold. But here we are, full circle. So what position did you play in football? What did you like about it? Can you talk about some of the workout drills that they had you doing? They must have really beat you guys up pretty badly there.
They made us do wind sprints. We had to run 16 laps. Just depends what the coaches, made us want to do. If they want us to do suicides, bear crawls. So we just had a number of different things we did on a daily basis. They even brought in an aerobics instructor and made us do aerobics. We had the 3 days in the summer was no joke in Korea.
Well, as long as they didn't make you wear those leotards and tight spandex, then I guess it was okay, right?
No, that was only off camera. They made it.
Why don't you don't need to go into what else they made you guys do off camera. We don't have to talk about that today. This is a kid-friendly show, family-friendly. So for those folks watching late at night, we'll save that for the R-rated or triple X edition from Triple Q. So
The
this is
PG WWE.
that's right. We're making a lot of references, folks, of wrestling. Quentin and we really connected because we're both wrestleaholics, just really crazy into wrestling. So anybody who knows Taryn the Traveling Trainer, Triple Q, they know that backstory. And I gotta say, Quentin, I have not seen you visibly, like physically, since I saw you last, and you look great. We're gonna get into that with your weight loss, and before I do, because again, I wish you could have seen him when I've previously seen him. He has dropped some weight, and I'm gonna get into talking to that with him. And before we, though, again, let's backtrack a little bit. I'm just curious because I honestly don't know. Did you have any experience wrestling? I know you weren't on the wrestling team when I was there, but did you wrestle in high school also, or any like middle school even before that?
No, just wrestled around with my brothers and then you guys, but we never did anything. Never wrestled at school or anything.
Okay. Well, the reason why I ask is because for those folks who don't know, again, we're going back some time. We're going back in 96, 97. We did something called Friday Nights Freeloaders at Jimmy Harmon's place. And Quentin's got a big smile on his face. He remembers that this is it was pretty much a crazy Friday night weekly wrestling. And I got to say, you weren't on the wrestling team, but you were a hell of a wrestler because you, your brother Matt, Jerry Doyle, Jimmy Harmon, myself, sometimes Earl, sometimes other people would make little cameos like Steve and Matt Francis and the rest of them, and David Wheat, of course, sometimes David Bows. But we would go there at Jimmy Harmon's place and wrestle, and I mean and True Troy, you can't forget about him, but we would just wrestle and we'd be serious about it, and Jimmy was kind of crazy and he would order pizza. And folks, I'm talking about, like, you want to talk about bad nutrition, again, we didn't know about what we know about now, and I wasn't Taryn the Traveling Trainer back then. And back then, we would just gourd on pizza. We would drink beer. We would eat chocolate almonds. We would, that's before we even got to the exhibition match, too. And before we got into wrestling and grappling. And we were just crazy. But Quentin, we drank so much beer back then. Talk about, if you can, tell these folks what we've learned since then. Back then, we're going back in 96, 97. We went to Korean barbecue. Can you tell people out there who don't know? Because again, people watching right here, some of my viewers from the greater Atlanta area and all over the world, tell these people the way we used to eat and drink and not take care of ourselves, please. I mean, we didn't know what we were doing at all.
That was wild. We just ate whatever we wanted to. We didn't even think about working out. We didn't think about doing anything. We're about the time, just eating and not care about what goes in our body, what we put out. So our bodies are a temple, but we were treating it like a $5 you know what.
Very, very much so. That's true. And we made some really good friendships there. We would do our wrestling, and we'd just be crazy. Of course, there was Coach Harden. He was the wrestling coach. Was he also the football coach? I honestly don't know. Was he, or did he have anything to do with that at all?
He was a football coach, but after I graduated.
Okay, okay. Well, some of the wrestling conditioning we did was crazy. Coach Harden would always get on us and tell us, "You guys are nothing. You guys are a piece of shit. You can't probably take the football team." But then I think I overheard the rumors that he would always get on you, and he was a hard ass, and he would always tell the football people, "You guys suck. My wrestlers could beat you guys up anytime." So I think he was trying to play like opponents against opponents there and play both sides of the field, but. Maybe that's what he was trying to do. I don't know. That's just my speculation. But I think Jerry Doyle told me that when I left Korea, that Coach Harden didn't believe that I was wrestling. Like when I got into wrestling, Coach Harden told Jerry, he said, "Taryn, wrestler, please." And I remember that, and I'll never forget that. I always wanted to get my revenge on him, but I never could. But that's all right. So. Okay, now back in 1998, that was the last time I went to Korea. You were still there. Your brothers, we were all visiting. This is when I was there visiting during the summer. When you graduated, tell me, where did you go from there after that?
Oh, after Korea, I went did a short stint back in Iowa, and then I went.
Was it Anamosa, Iowa?
Yeah, it was Anamosa, Iowa.
Okay, because I remember that I went there, and again, you could correct me if I'm wrong, please, but my memory is telling me that maybe it was Thanksgiving '98 that I came to visit you there. Is that right?
Yep, Thanksgiving '98.
I'm surprised I got that right. Okay, because I remember that we had some videos. We were hanging out with your cousin Jess, I believe, and we were
Yep.
doing the real man's videos. This is a reference of wrestling. There you go. He's doing it right there. And I've got the videos. I have them. So folks watching, if you're a little lost right now and you're probably thinking, what the hell is Terrence smoking this week? I'm gonna post some videos online soon and tag Quentin in them from those days past because those are what we call our old memories. We get together and watch them, and those were fun times. So after I saw you, you said you had a cup of coffee in Iowa. Where did you go from there?
I actually went back to Korea for about another year and a half.
Okay, that's right. And then if you went there, I was finishing up in Chicago. I moved down to Atlanta in 2000. And then after you were in Korea, is that when you went to Texas after that? Is that right?
Yeah, but didn't move to Texas until about 2006.
2006. And then when did you get married, Quentin?
Back in 2003.
2003. And folks, there's a little bit of time lapse here because Taryn the Traveling Trainer back then, we're talking about 12 years ago or so. And believe it or not, I didn't have a Facebook. I didn't even have an email address. I mean, before I got connected into all this networking stuff, mostly primarily GoTarryn is what got me synced into all this communication with everybody. But again, I was so happy to reconnect with Quentin and his lovely wife, Erin. And so tell the folks out there, how did you and Erin meet, Quentin?
Actually, met through a friend when I was in Korea. Just met her online through back before they had the eHarmony and all that Match.com. Actually met her on Yahoo Chat.
Yahoo Chat, I remember that. Now, where was she at geographically?
She was in Paris, Texas.
Paris, Texas. Okay, I don't know where that's at. Where in relation is that? Like, what's the biggest city we're talking about?
Uh, it's about northeast from Dallas, about 80 or 90 miles or so.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so then after we connected, I believe, and again, my dates could be wrong, but so again, I'm sorry I'm jumping all over the place here, but I had never been to Texas until I came to visit you when you graduated from the police academy. And this is September 2012. Am I right on that, or close to it?
It's 2011.
2011. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. So when you graduated the police academy, and again, I'm sorry I'm jumping back and forth, because I'm trying to trace and backtrack everything to let everyone know where we were at that time, because I had done a lot of jumping too. Since that time, not only did I move from Chicago to Atlanta, but then I took a job up in upstate New York, and then I moved to Boston just temporarily, and I moved back to Atlanta. But then by that time, obviously, we'd already connected. I got to meet Aaron, and yeah, so by that time, that was pretty much where we were at. Aaron's family is it from Grenville that they're from? And do I have that right, or is that where she has some family? Like, am I close to it?
Well, yeah, Greenville, but
Greenville.
her Greenville, and yeah, and her dad lives in Champaign, Illinois.
Okay, I remember that. Yeah, see again, like this conversation now, we're being able to, I'm jogging my memory and being able to get there. So we get to the meat of it. Quentin, what was your biggest weight that you were at? What was the highest amount of weight that you had gotten to before you got serious about getting into the workouts and such?
So I was up to about 330, 335 or so.
Okay, now when you had gotten to the police academy, I remember you dropped some weight there. At that point, what did you do to lose some of the weight? Like, what were some of the things that was working for you?
Well, some of the things that were working was had to change my diet since Aaron was the only one working, we basically had to go with what we could run on and drink a ton of water. That was a big thing. Not drinking soda because soda is a killer.
Yes,
That,
yes,
but
absolutely.
yeah, just ran a lot. Took Dexter out. You remember Dexter?
Yep, yep, absolutely. Yes, definitely. Okay, and then in 2000 and again, I'm sorry, my memory is it 2012 or is it 2013 that the Atlanta high school reunion was?
Was that
I think it was 13.
2013?
It must have
Yeah,
been 13.
2013.
Yeah. I can't believe that's almost 2 years ago because that's when you, me, Jerry Doyle, David Baus, who we'll talk about here in a second. Let's see. Kelly, you got to meet her for the first time. But who else? I guess that was just us. We had decided not to go to the actual reunion at the hotel, but instead we kind of did our own thing and hung out and went to Korean barbecue and had a great night of drinking like crazy pigs. And then now David Baus, if you're watching right now, for those of you folks who don't know, he's a mutual friend. He also graduated from Seoul American High School with us, and he actually lives not too far from yours truly. He lives in North Atlanta suburbs around Roswell, Georgia. Do you have much communication with him much at all?
I'm just on Facebook every now and then. I don't really talk to him much anymore.
Yeah. Well, David, if you're watching right now, Triple Q says hello, and we wanted to give you the little peace sign and tell you that we hope you come on Skype TV here with GoTarryn TV soon. That'll be cool. But we got to get together again soon. We got to get you to come over. We got to get the band back together. We got to get Jerry Doyle. We got to get Crazy Jimmy Harmon. Now, let's talk about. I want to talk about Jimmy Harmon. All right. So, for the folks who don't know about Jimmy Harmon, I don't even know where to begin, Quentin. What's your impression? How would you describe Jimmy to all the folks watching right now?
Uh, he was a little, as in Cliff's word, spastic.
Very, very good word,
He,
yes.
he was very different.
And now I think he actually is, let's see if I have this right, an author, musician. He has like thousands of followers somehow. But it's interesting because you can usually you'll usually find him wearing a dress. I don't know how else to say it, with long hair and makeup on, and he's talking about just different things, of that kind of maybe not our contemporary or modern things that you and I would probably talk about, but that's basically it. He calls himself the Muse, and so there's some self promotion for him. That cheapless plug right there for Jimmy Harmon or James Harmon the Muse, like he calls himself now. So if he's watching, then again, we got to get back with him. What about Earl? I understand Earl stayed in Texas. Do you still talk with him or David Wheat too?
Yep, talk to Earl. He's got a wife. He's finally married now. He's got two
Yes.
kids now.
Oh, nice. Awesome. That is excellent. Very, very good.
Davey Wheat. I'm not sure if he ever got married, but I know he's got two kids, two or three kids.
Well, I remember those rapings pretty well. That poor boy was so tormented. I don't know how he's ever going to get over that. Now, all right. So you are now in a place that I can't even remember. I know it starts with a K. I'm going to try my best to remember it. You are in Kozobe, Alaska.
Close, Kotzebue, Alaska.
I knew I'd f it up. All right, Kotzebue, Alaska. We'll have to edit that out and bleep it out somehow. But okay, so that's right. Now, how did you end up there from where you came from in Texas?
Oh, by by chance, Aaron and I have been talking about it for a few years about possibly moving to Alaska,
Okay.
and she applied for work, and they said they'd pay back some of her school, which is if you have a lot of student loans, this is a place to come because they will well if you're in the medical field, they'll hook you up pretty good. So
That's very smart.
definitely.
That's ingenious. How long are you guys going to be there for, about roughly?
Possibly 2 years. We're debating whether or not to stay longer. The
Okay.
money's really good up here, and
Excellent. Now, also, I wanted to ask because I want to get up there soon. I've never been to Alaska. I think the closest I have been was stopping there on a delay, like a layover trip to Korea, probably. But that was a long time ago, so I wouldn't even remember. But how do you like it there, though, overall?
like it pretty well. It's there's not a lot to do here, so either hitting the gym, working out, or going to work. Pretty much like on the Jersey Shore, GTL, gym, tanning, laundry.
Love it, love it. Now let's get into that. What?
Minus
Minus what now?
minus the tanning.
Minus the 10. Right. Let's get into the heart of the subject, the meat and potatoes here. First and foremost, again, you look great. How much weight have you lost? Where are we at with the weight loss?
I've lost over 40 pounds now.
That is awesome. I love it. I love to hear that. 40 pounds plus. And so tell the folks out there for Alaska, and what I'm thinking of is it's probably really cold. It'd be hard to get your workouts in. What do you do to get your workouts in? What do you primarily do? What's a workout consist of when you're doing your workout at the gym?
Well, we actually have a gym at the through the hospital, so we
Nice.
can utilize that and get on the treadmill for about 30 minutes and run on that for about 30 minutes, and then go work on lifting weights and working on my arms, getting in shape.
Getting the guns together, waking up the twins, right? That's great. Now, as far as nutrition goes, because that's a huge aspect of it,
Got the
how
gun show ready.
the gun show is ready for sure. What have you done nutrition wise too? You talked about this earlier about drinking more water. What else have you been doing too that helps out? How have you been able to keep this weight loss going?
Well, we're eating more vegetables, cutting down on bad carbs, the the breads.
Yep.
Like breads are terrible. Like no, we're not drinking soda, nothing. We're just primarily water is all that we're drinking, and vegetables, lots of protein.
Nice.
That's pretty much our diet.
Excellent. Excellent. And it just keeps coming. So
Now we're planning a trip next weekend to go to Anchorage to get some more groceries. It's cheaper to fly there than it is to get groceries up here.
unbelievable. How far are we talking about for that commute just to go there?
700 miles without.
Oh my God. Wow. That really puts things in
That's
perspective. For those folks watching right now out there, next time you complain because you're 10 minutes delayed to McDonald's or wherever you're going or to the grocery store, listen to what this guy just said to get his nearest grocery 700 miles to Anchorage just to buy his freaking groceries. I can't believe that. That is unreal. So that's quite an adjustment. Now, where are we at right now today on April the 9th compared to your weight loss goals? How much further do we have to go? Like, what are you looking at for a projected long-term success?
long-term success. I'm hoping to get down. I want to lose about 75 more pounds.
Nice.
Would be good for me. But I want to keep going. I want to get down to possibly about 50. Want to try to get down to 150 or so.
Oh, nice, man. That would be awesome. You'll be a little skinny mini. You'll be like a little stick compared to me. You'll be like X-Pac, and I'll be like Viscera or something. I don't know. We'll have to see how that's gonna. And little inside joke too. I don't know if you saw. Like, I know you watched WrestleMania, but Dave Meltzer was finally right. I think X-Pac was actually on the show, if I am correct. So.
X-Pac will be at Raw next week.
He was right so what did it take him? Let's see, it's
We have
2015.
a confirmed
What
sighting.
took him 17 years, but he's finally right on that. So, that's awesome. So, Quentin, one last thing I want to ask you as we're getting to wrap this thing up. I've enjoyed this so much. if someone's watching right now, and again, let me just preface this by saying, I have a client who, well, I'll just say this, I have 4 or 5 clients who are morbidly obese who are looking to lose more than 100 pounds. What would you say to them if they're watching right now? Give, like, say, your 3 biggest tips or advice if they're watching you and you could tell them what's worked for you. You've touched on a lot of things, but what would the main 3 things be, or 3 or 4 things, whatever? What comes to mind of what you would like to tell them that they need to be doing and concentrating on?
So definitely concentrate. If you're doing it, you got to do it for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to be healthy, you want to live forever. If you want to live for a longer period, um, can't think of
No, I mean that's
can't think of
good.
anything. You just
Yeah, no, no,
gotta.
I like what you said though. Doing it for yourself. That's good. I mean, like anything, what you just said, the only people that can change somebody is ourselves. Like you can't physically make somebody else do something. You can't change someone. So what you're saying is that if we want to do something for anything, like whether it's going to be weight loss, whether it's going to be a little small thing to go to the gym, no one else can make us do that. But you're saying that it's up to them. They've got to want it, pretty much, is what I'm thinking. What I'm hearing from you.
Yeah, you gotta want it. You gotta kick yourself in the ass. You might not know. I don't want to go today,
Yeah.
but you gotta get up and do it.
Excellent, excellent. Well, again, Quentin, I am so ecstatic and happy with your success and tracking your progression. I want to continue, and I want to have you back on soon. I'd like to have you and Erin back on soon too. That'd be great to see her on here side by side, so these folks can meet her. Again, folks watching, this is my absolute favorite, best video Skype blog that I have done since I've started these. And again, I'm kind of selfish, is because it's with my best friend Quentin. And again, I can't wait to have you back on and just keep seeing you getting skinnier and skinnier each and every single time. So just keep up the great work, Quentin. Now, for those folks watching, Quentin, if you don't mind, whatever pieces of information you want to give away to them, for these people to keep in touch with you directly, if you want to give out your phone number, your email address, anything that you want to tell these folks, how can they reach you if they had a question that they wanted to ask and direct towards yourself?
You can find me on Facebook, Quentin Frazier. I'm on Taryn's page, on
That's right.
this GoTarryn traveling page, the traveling trainer page. Um, you can email me at frazier0907 at hotmail.com. Yeah, I'm easy to find.
Perfect. Good. Excellent. Well, that's wonderful, Quentin. Again, I want to thank you very much for coming on to today's show. And we've touched on so many things in the last half hour. This 30 minutes flew by. Again, this is probably the fastest, quickest Skype video blog I've ever done because I enjoyed it. I felt like I wasn't even working today. It feels like it was just a casual conversation with my best friend, my brother, my triple Q man, the soul brother of my soul spirit, Quentin Frazier, the man that you see to the next side of me right here, side by side. So, Quentin, again, thank you so much for coming on. Keep up the great work, please. Keep us posted on your progress. And please say hello to Erin. And again, I hope she'll come on the show with you next time, and that way I can interview the both of you and monitor both of your guys' excellent success. One last final thing, I'll let you have the last word, Quentin. What do you want to say to these fine folks watching Triple Q on GoTarryn TV right now?
Says your time, it's your money, it's your investment.
Hey, that's the best way to
I
wrap
hate
this
these
thing up.
delays.
No, yeah, that's fine. No, that's great. I like it. That was perfect. Again, there was a little delay there because, hey, folks, Alaska and Georgia, you can't get too much further than that. But if you missed it, he just said the hottest tagline in the personal training industry. One more time, Quentin, what did you just say to all those fine folks watching?
It's your time, it's your money, it's your investment.
I love it. You just said it better than I could have ever said it. And again, you just took my breath away on that one. I love it. You are a breath of fresh air. Triple Q, Quentin Frazier, folks. You know how to reach this guy. He is on my Facebook friends list. He just told you his email address one more time. It's frazier0907 at hotmail.com. And connect with this guy and friend request him. That way you can track his progress. So for all the folks watching out there, for Quentin Frazier coming on today's Skype video blog, GoTarryn TV, thank you so much for watching. Again, Quentin, thank you for tuning in and coming on to my show. I can't wait to have back you on here again. So folks, as we fade to black, we're going to show you a little picture of old school, of going back in time. There's going to be an old picture of Quentin and yours truly on that screen together, and then we'll show you his information one more time, and then we'll wrap up here. So Quentin, again, thank you so much for coming, and we'll see you on the next video blog. I hope to have you back soon again. Like I said, yeah, just really enjoyed this video blog. This is the best one ever. So folks, thanks for watching. Enjoy your Thursday, and we will see you on the next video blog, everybody. Bye, Quentin.
Thanks for having me, HBH.
Yes, sir.
There you have it, folks, the one-on-one Skype video interview this week with Quentin Frazier, aka Triple Q. Hope you enjoyed it. I know I certainly did. Quentin, I can't wait till you come back on the next time, and folks, I'm sure you can't wait until he comes right back on here and continues his success story right here on GoTarryn TV. So thanks so much for watching, folks. Again, I had a great time with Quentin this week. We're going to have another great guest next Thursday. Be on the lookout for that. Thanks for tuning in. A few more things to tell you before you get a chance to take off. Want everyone out there to check out this website right there, www.gotarryn.tv, and bookmark that as a favorite to your browser. That's where you can find all these video blogs, and that way you can tell 2 people to check out that website. And also, other few things you can do, if you haven't done so already yet, is like GoTarryn on Facebook, subscribe to GoTarryn on YouTube, follow GoTarryn on Twitter, and above all else, remember that with GoTarryn Personal Training and Tarryn, the traveling trainer, the guy who keeps bringing you these great video blogs and Skypes every single Thursday, it's your time, it's your investment, it's your life. So long, everyone. We'll catch you on the next video blog, everybody. Bye-bye.